Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I go live on Facebook. This will just take a moment. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to our regular weekly weekend edition of the SST videos, Strategic Swing Trader. This is Sami Abasad. I'm Director of Education at T3 Live. Again, good to have you all. Happy holidays. I hope you're having a great holiday weekend. We're going to be doing what we always do, which is look at the market, give you my outlook for next week. We'll also be going over some swing ideas for next week, so just stick around till the end. Before I start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss this afternoon, morning my time, is for educational purposes only. Also, just want to say, if you find benefit in today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Also, beneath the video, you'll see a couple of links. One to the Strategic Swing Trader newsletter. If you want to join me, check it out. $49 a month for the first month to try out, and then $95 after that, month to month, no contract. So check it out. And also another link for the Strategic Day Trader chat room. This is for day traders. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Market has been on a tear since I think it broke out on October 25th, this day. Let me open up the daily chart of the QQQ, which is the tracking ETF for the NASDAQ 100. So it broke out that day to all-time highs. Been really bullish, still is extremely bullish. But we got the second biggest green bar after this bar, right? And for over a month now, this is the second biggest green bar. And we ran up, we continued higher. So now we've created some distance between price and the 20, more so than at any other time in the past. I mean, in the past month or so. But also in the past month, we had a grind up. This was just a grind. When it's a grind, I never look to catch the top, so to speak, because it'll always be short-lived, almost always. See this? Okay, that was a market top. How long? How much did it go? 1 day. I mean, if you look at the hourly chart, that was only a 1 day drop, and then it based for a couple of days. Here it is. See it? 1 day, and then it based for a couple of days, and then it went higher again. So never try to catch the top when it's a grind up. But when we accelerate a little bit, and I'm not saying we accelerated that much at all here the last 2-3 days, we probably didn't very much at all to warrant a pullback, but we might be getting a pullback. Okay, this is the first time in over a month that I come on and say that we might be getting a pullback. So be careful. I still have over half a dozen swings. I don't know exactly how many. I'd have to open my account, but I know I have over half a dozen. Every single one of them is long, with the exception of real. That's the only one that's short, and as you can see, it's not going. It's actually the only one that's negative. It's 20 cents negative, exactly 20 cents negative. Every single play that I have open is long, and every single play is up nicely. A lot of the plays have already reached targets, like target 1, right? Target, second target, I took two exits on the A and A B already because I added to it. So some plays I've already taken targets 1 and 2. Then I'm looking for a third target on A and A B, right? So time to kind of be careful with new longs. I still like the market higher, but I'm not sure that we're going to continue higher next week. When you look at Apple hugging the moving average like this, I mean, wow, this looks higher, still looks higher. So I'm not too worried about the market, but you just want to be careful, because when the stock triggers, when it first triggers, that's when it's most vulnerable, because that's when it's trying to transition from, let's say, a sideways trend to an uptrend. So if the market comes in a little bit, it'll come right back down. So you got to be a little bit more careful, I think, for next week with the longs. And then we can start to initiate short positions. A lot of the longs, like I said, have either gotten to targets or even closed out. SGen, what a spectacular move for me it was. And for strategic swing trader members also that took it, it trailed actually not on Friday but on Wednesday, this day. It trailed out. What a beauty. Tiva trailed out also a couple days before that on this day. Reached target basically. It didn't trail out, it reached target. And on and on and on. Now TOWU, I'm trying to tighten up the trail, go bar by bar, because it's up. It's only 50 cents to target basically. I need 50 more cents, would be already at target, would get to target. But I want to go bar by bar. There are some other open plays like this that I'm tightening up a little bit. Okay, CLDR trailed half on Friday, yesterday. Now the back half, I brought the stop up to 67, under 67, 66. So I'm tightening up. Again, there are some long ideas that I still like. I mean, look at best. Doesn't that look higher? I don't have to explain it. Doesn't it look higher? Breakout over a 4-month base or so? It does. Next target area would be at 675, next resistance area. So I like the best higher. I like the CBay. CBay is a gap fade. These big gaps often rally back up. Showed you the ANAB just a second ago, right? So these big gaps often rally back up. So I like the CBay higher over $1.85. Stop $1.50, $1.49, 1 penny below. Next is CCXI. CCXI must have had some kind of a reverse split or a spin-off, probably a reverse split. I like it off the hourly chart over $31. That's a breakout right here. That's 31. Stop would be 28. Big stop, but looks like this stock moves a lot, so it's okay. I like it. CCXI. TNAV, I'm already in it, but it also has a 1, 2, 3. So could play it over this bar's high, stop below it. Target would be 650, the 200 MA on the daily chart. I only use 2 moving averages, the 20, which is the blue line, and the 200, which is the red line, both simple moving averages. I already brought the stop up on the TNAV to 35. If you're in the strategic swing trader, feel free to log on to your T3 Live account and to see which plays I will be taking on Monday, and also to get the updated stops. I already updated the sheet, so you should be ready to go. Okay, so TNAV 1, 2, 3 if you want to add to it, or if you want to initiate a new play, looks good. TORC, not very good, but if it can clear $1.37, then it becomes good. I have more longs. I mean, I have plenty more longs, trust me, that I like, but I'm only showing you a few. I mean, here's, you want to see a bunch more? Here's a bunch more, but I need to open up the watch list so that it doesn't freeze when I type in. Here they are. See how many longs I have? Long watches, like AAOI over the base. It's got an hourly base breakout, and a transition A on the daily and the weekly. Agent, you name it, daily buy setup. I have a bunch. Best we already went over. CBay, these 3 we went over. eBay already got to target a couple of days ago, but got to the highs here, and I played it as a buy setup, and it's basing, so it looks higher. So I have Fitch got to target 1 yesterday, right? So this is an open position, but looks higher still. IFRX transition A on the daily chart looks higher over $3.65. So I have a bunch already. This looks great, but it triggered already on Friday, so I'm looking for a secondary entry. Okay, so I have a bunch of watches always, but I try to share with you the ones that I think are most ready to go on Monday. But the truth is, I watch a lot more than I show you in the watch list here. Let's take a look at the shorts. We have more shorts than longs for the first time ever in the last month or so. BKE is up a lot and into resistance. If you look at the weekly chart, that's into resistance. This reminds me of tell you the truth, it reminds me of the CDLX, I think, which is another watch. This looks maybe slightly better. See how it's up a lot, got the spike in volume, narrow range bars, so short under, stop above, as a climactic. This is also similar to Target, TGT, but Target is not as good. I think Target is too bullish to short. See the daily? Does look like it wants to pull back to 120 or so on the TGT. If you look at the hourly chart, it looks okay too on TGT, under the base, stop above it. So again, BKE is just one of three that look similar, that look the same. So BKE short right here, stop above. Okay, if you want to do the CDLX, similar, short under the base, stop above it as a weekly climactic sell setup. But I don't even have it on the list. Like I said, I have more items that I show you, but I try to keep it to the ones, share with you only the ones that I think are most ready for Monday. GM is a sell setup on the daily chart, a little bit extended for sure, but under the base right here, stop above, or under this bar's low, stop above the high of that bar. So 35.85 by 36.27. I was looking to play it long a couple weeks ago here as a transition A, never broke out. So, and instead rolled over, for sure looks lower. I dropped from 35 bucks, I think, 37, oh no, 27, to $6. Still looks lower, IIVI is a daily sell setup, so IIVI is similar to the GM. PayC is a climactic short. Hourly is not quite ready, still has a rising 20, so we'd have to, you always have to see price either accelerate and pick the top to short, or to see it go sideways and give you the transition C short, like the BKE, like the CDLX that I showed you, right? See this? Went sideways, moving average flattened out, so starting to point down. So this is not quite ready, but what a move the last couple of months. The last actually month plus. Look at that move, amazing. From 190 to 276. PDD is a daily sell setup. Better than the IIVI, better than the GM. I like the PDD. Short under the base, stop above it. Looks beautiful. We also have PLT is a daily sell setup. It's a tiny sell setup, not a big, it didn't move up a huge amount. And we like them to move up a little bit more because then that gives us bigger target. That's the entry and that would be the target. Sina is a daily sell setup. That's not bad. Short under the SPARS low, right? WB is similar to the Sina. WB was played short, not last week, the week before. Was 1, 2, 3 short, stop. Target was 40. It went through it actually, so got to target in just 3 days. That was the entry day, second day, third day. Got to target. So now has a sell setup. Looks good. Looks nice. So WB and Sina look very similar. SLDB is a daily sell setup also. Notice again, big gap down, got bought initially. So that's what I like about the CBay long. Is big gap down, potentially, could get bought to $3 and then flip it short. SLDB I didn't play long, but I'm looking to play it short under the base, stop above it. Urban is another daily sell setup under the base, stop above, not too bad. And WB we already talked about. So if you look at the list one more time, this is a climactic sell. GM, IIVI, PDD, and then the rest of them, all the same pattern, daily sell setup. Okay, I is more of a breakdown, and then PayC is a climactic sell setup, which is similar to the BKE, but the BKE is similar. So I only really play a few patterns. The rest are all the same with the longs, right? I only focus on a few patterns, and everything else becomes just a derivative, a variable. This is kind of my motto almost for the strategic swing traders, is that I feel like we're an army of traders with the same mission. Surround yourself with those on the same mission as you. I feel like that about the strategic swing trader members. We have over 400 of them. So if you'd like to join us, feel free to, again, as I said, check the link in the description. You can try it out for 30 days for just $49. And then if you decide to keep your subscription, then it's $95 a month to month. No contract, cancel anytime. Okay? Link is in the description. With that said, I'm going to, going to say happy holidays. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will talk to you next week. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody. Take care.